Alright, let's get into it. So, the last two videos, I've been playing with these liquidity pools, or they're also called automatic market makers. I've been learning about impermanent loss, and essentially what I said in the last video is just as one asset increases relative to the price of another asset in the 50-50 pools, which I've done in the past, your account or the value of your account or the money you put into that is subject to impermanent loss. And there's a protocol called Bancor that tries to solve this problem by mitigating your loss with the BNT tokens or their native tokens. So these two articles are going to be linked down in the description below. I read through these, but I'm still trying to figure out impermanent loss, and I'm looking for not dumbed down versions of this, but I'm looking for something that I can understand it a little bit better. Because reading through this, I mean, it's starting to make more sense. But yeah, as a somewhat of a beginner to this is all still kind of confusing to me. And I think the best way to learn is just to experiment with it. So what I did in the previous staking with Unfederal Reserve is we did what's called double-sided staking, which is why we're in the 50-50 pools on Uniswap. And today, what I'm going to test out on Bancor is single-sided staking. So essentially, I'm only going to be putting up the Bancor tokens, I would imagine. So here's our liquidity on Uniswap for Bancor. It's low, but you have to take into consideration that this is only the liquidity that's on Uniswap. Bancor itself is decentralized exchange. They just are different from Uniswap. They can do the same things, but they are different. So I'm going to be using Bancor today. Actually, I'm going to do a swap. So I want to just increase my amount of Bancor tokens up to about 10 tokens, or just about over that. And I want to try out doing a swap on this platform. So it looks like I've got 0.3 ETH left in this wallet. So let's just do 0.01. Oh wait, wow, right up here. So that is going to give us about 4.3 tokens. 0% impact on the price. I've never used this platform before, so I just kind of wanted to see how it is compared to Uniswap. So let's check this transaction. We'll just do average gas because I want this to go through fast for the video. Confirm it, whatever. Sell 0.01 ETH for 4.37 BNT. Swaps are really easy. It's like, you know, taking USD to a E-Trade account, to a Robinhood account, to a Webull account. You know, you're loading it up and you're going on there and you're buying stocks. It's the same thing over here in crypto. You have these MetaMasks or these web wallets that are these browser extensions. These also work on your phone. MetaMask is a mobile application you can download on your phone. They have a browser inside of the application that you can use and interact and go to all of these different apps and check your things and execute swaps. And all you need is that wallet. You don't have to sign up with an email. You don't need a password. Obviously, for the MetaMask wallet, you'll have your seed phrase and a password to like unlock and lock the app here, but all you need is that wallet to do these things. Let's check on this transaction real quick. Between 8 and 16 minutes. It looks like it's getting close. I like the Uniswap transactions because they show up. Maybe this one will show up when it's over. But if I go back to here earlier, oh look, there it finished. Sweet. It's pending. But earlier I swapped. I wanted some more ocean tokens, and this shows like the transaction action. I'm gonna check that other one, but I like how the Uniswap transactions show up on Etherscan. Let's go check that most recent one that just happened though. Internal transactions, no. This one. Oh, it showed up the same thing as well. Okay, yeah. On Bancor. Sweet. So I used Bancor to, you know, trade a little bit of ETH for some more BNT. And now what I wanted to do was stake this. I'm actually going to click back because I was there. I don't really remember how I got here. Oh, you go to portfolio, you go to stake, and I clicked here, and then single-sided liquidity. So see, my balance now after we did that swap is 13 BNT. So if I learned anything from the last video, it's that I should have just went all in. Alright, back. I had to cut the video because that transaction was taking way too long. You see, it took about 25 minutes, and it actually, like, I guess Bancor won't, like, stopped accepting transactions. Long story short, the transaction failed, and I used a little trick on MetaMask because it was still pending and I couldn't do something else, so I just sent myself 0 ether and paid $4 in gas. And then what I did in the MetaMask is if you go in the advanced settings, you can do a custom nonce or a custom transaction number. And I did that as the previous transaction and upped the gas fee so that that transaction took precedence over my one, and it sent that 0 ETH. I only paid the gas, and then that other transaction was like completely canceled. And now my wallet can execute these transactions again. But I want to try this again. I'm going to make sure I pay the higher gas fee this time so that it goes up. It looks like over the past few minutes, like the gas prices have been all over the place. So, yeah. User deny. I don't know what that is. Okay. Unlimited approval. Let's make this fast. And 69. I think that's a good number. So I want this to go through for the video. I want to go fast. So click and pray. Let's hope this goes through. Confirmed. Yep, there it goes. Confirmed before it could even get on here. Yep. Alright. So that's the confirmation. Ooh. We need more ETH. Okay. Gotta go to Celsius and get a little bit more ETH. Shouldn't take very long. And the good thing about Celsius, no transaction fees. So when you're storing Ethereum, if you're not going to be using it, keep it in Celsius. They'll pay you every Monday. Today I woke up to $5 extra worth of ETH from Celsius. Just a little bit, but you know, that $5 extra can add up. It pays for the transaction fees. So I already have my withdrawal address set, so I can withdraw immediately. But if you don't have your withdrawal address set on Celsius, it'll take 24 hours to change it. So I'll go ahead and confirm that. Send email verification. Enter my 2-factor authentication code. Alright, let me go accept the email real fast. Okay. That should be there in a few minutes. Let's It's normally pretty fast. I've been having a lot of fun using Ethereum. It's really cool, this new ecosystem for money and everything that's been built on top of it. I'm really excited to learn more about these liquidity pools and how to put this new type of money to work. You know, if you have any suggestions on ways that I can make my Ethereum work for me, please, you know, join the Discord or comment below. You know, my email address is just parkerdinkins@gmail.com. You know, you can go to parkerdinkins.com and reach me there. I have some blog articles and some other links to all my social media. So I'm trying to figure out how to make passive income with decentralized finance, and if that's something you're interested in, subscribe, hit the dislike button, and definitely don't hit the bell notification, because then I'm just gonna spam you with a bunch of nonsense. Let's see if this transfer's come in yet. Not yet. Says it's still pending over here on Celsius. Should have had a little bit more. I thought this was single-sided staking. I guess $100 in gas fees. I mean, I guess that's what you have to pay, but I mean, that's about as much as what I'm putting in there for BNT, so doesn't seem too single-sided to me so far, but we will see. This is an experiment. I mean, I don't think every single one of these experiments that I try is gonna make money, but you know, you gotta try and see what works, and then, I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It'll be pretty obvious in a couple of days. One thing I have been very happy with is the performance of the Federal Reserve staking I did a couple days ago, and if you haven't watched that video, it's my most previous one. But I also went through this weekend and reconciled all the transactions for getting to this point, and I was going to make a video on that later this afternoon. So this is actually printing close to about $10 a day at the the $1.20 token price we're at now. So not horrible as a little income stream for, I think it's going to be roughly about 500 bucks, maybe about 600 bucks is what I paid to set all of that up. So we will see over time if the rates hold, but I've been pretty happy with it. 481%. Let's keep it coming in. Come on, is this ETH? I have about 0.01 ETH, so what I could do is swap some of these alts, probably to get that much ETH. I don't really want to sell these though. I mean, I already sent that ETH. I just gotta be patient. Be patient, Parker. Be patient. Oh, this is DeFi sometimes, just sitting around waiting for the stuff to move around. Cool thing about this though is, like, if this was, you know, traditional finance, mean, I took a loan from Celsius, and I'm waiting for Coinbase to clear the stable coins that I transferred in there. Like, I transferred them a bunch of stable coins, almost $2,000 worth of stable coins, and they only allowed me to transfer out or send to my bank $100 worth this morning. So, like, I have to wait, you know, a day probably to transfer that, like, out, and then it's gonna take, you know, a couple days for my bank to get it and for my bank to clear it, and then for me to actually be able to use it. So, I mean, sitting here for 20-30 minutes, you know, with a failed transaction, and then waiting for a little bit more ETH to arrive in this wallet to finish this out is really not that bad compared to what you have to deal with in the traditional banking world. So we're figuring it out, though. This should be over here pretty soon. This will spike up. So I'm actually going to reject this right now because I don't want that transaction to get all funky when we do go and do it. I'm going to wait for that ETH to come back in. We've already approved the spending of these tokens, so that's all ready to go. All we have to do is wait for more ETH to show up and then stake it in this pool here. So hopefully this arrives soon and I don't have to cut this video. I don't think I'll cut it. I already cut it once, and I don't feel like doing that many edits, quite honestly. I want to be transparent and as honest with you guys as possible. I don't ever want to feel like I'm the one teaching you how to do everything. I'm just doing experiments, and you can learn from my mistakes if you want to. So, I mean, don't get this channel twisted. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to do what I want to do and see what works and see what doesn't. And if you want to join me in experimenting, if you want to point me in a direction to experiment with something else, let's do it. But I'm not here to sell you anything. And my Discord is not, we're not shilling tokens, we're not, you know, sending signals, we don't have no premium, none of that bullshit. It's just a couple of guys talking about Twitter frogs and all the coins that they look at, and we're just trying to get to the bottom of all this. So why can't you be faster? Okay, so it just said that it was withdrawn. I guess they got my confirmation 3 minutes ago. I guess you'll get to experience how long it takes Celsius to transfer out of their wallets. I've been really happy with Celsius. And I know that Colton asked for a video on Celsius loans. And after my whole process of going through my loan is done and I can kind of talk about the whole thing, then I'll make a video of that probably about Wednesday or Thursday this week. But I mean, I've just slowly for the past almost a year now been adding a little bit of money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, and other altcoins that they have on here, and earning that interest. You can earn a lot of interest on stable coins, earn 10%. Bitcoin 6.2%, ETH 5%. So they pay out every Monday, and the coolest thing is no fees, 0 fees, no transfer fees. You're gonna pay fees getting it into there, and their credit card processors, their Their payment processors will charge you fees when you're buying in the app, but Celsius, the company itself, does not charge fees, and they'll eat your transaction costs when you're sending in and out, or you're sending out of their wallets. I've been very happy with them. I've been very happy with the transparency they have and what Alex Mashinsky has done with that company. So big shout out to Celsius. I might put my referral link in the description below. So if you deposit, I think it's like $400 worth of Bitcoin, we'll both get $40 worth of Bitcoin. So, I mean, some of the referrals I did a year ago are now worth, a couple $100, $100. It's definitely been a learning experience using Celsius and seeing the value of, looks like this ETH just arrived, but seeing the value of compound interest and seeing it pay out every week is just, it's changed my mind on finances and everything. I'm really excited to see that account continue to grow over time and what I can do with it. So let's get right into this staking and finish out what we came here to do. So 13.21 BNT. Let's see that update. Boom. Stake and protect. Confirm. Jeez, gas fees went up again. I'm gonna do the average one here. That's kind of a lot of money. So I hope this is worth it. But if not, it's the price you pay. This is a learning experience. Remember that. This is an experiment. This is not financial advice. I don't recommend anybody do what I just did. Seriously, like, let me see if this works, and then you can make your own decisions from there. But don't just follow me blindly. I've decided that the ETH that I've spent getting up to this point is as good as gone. Like, I might as well just say that that money is never coming back. So it looks like this transaction has gone through. I'd imagine that when it's finished, this will populate with my stake and the rewards there. This looks like an interesting little dashboard. So says it should be finished in less than 4 minutes. I hope this goes through fast and doesn't fail on me, because that is a lot of gas that I'm paying. And there it goes. It was confirmed. Let's see. So it looks like I got and received these Bancor governance tokens, or VBNT. Let's go back to the stake. So I staked $95. Remember, we swapped in the beginning ETH for a little bit more of the BNT tokens. And then we staked 13.21 tokens in here. And we're staking them over here on Bancor and in their single-sided liquidity pools to avoid impermanent loss. So this is on the contrary to what we did before with Federal Reserve and Uniswap liquidity pools. This just went through. Current coverage, fees and rewards. I guess it's already started collecting a little bit of fees. I don't know at what rate this is going to be collecting. I guess it's when people are trading the asset, it's going to collect the fees there. So that's that. I mean, we got up until this point. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few days. I'll definitely be making an update on this probably in a week or so, in a couple days, depending on what's going on with it. But yeah, check the description for more information. All the links I talked about in this video will be down there. And yeah, dislike this video and tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'll talk to you guys later.